You built something in Lovable, and it looks great. But then you tried to add the hard part, the real business logic, the complicated back-end work, and Lovable started burning credits like crazy, or it just couldn't do it. So you have two bad options. Pay for more Lovable credits and hope it figures it out, or rip your project out and start over in a real coding tool. But there is a third way. And once you see it, you won't build with Lovable alone again. Here's the idea. Lovable is incredible at one thing, getting your UI and UX built fast. So you let it do that. Then you hand the hard, technical, logic-heavy work to Claude Code. GitHub sits in the middle and keeps everything in sync. You get the speed of Lovable, and you get the technical muscle of Claude Code. Let me show you how it all fits together. Let's actually build something right now. You see new models be released almost every week, it seems, and it comes from a lot of different companies. So wouldn't it be nice if there was one place where we could see all of these latest releases and maybe what the buzz is on Reddit about the new model and maybe some open source benchmarks? There's a lot of information to collect there. So the way that I'm gonna go about it is first, I'm gonna go right here into my Claude chat. And I'm just gonna dictate to the Claude chat what it is I want to start building. And we're gonna turn on this thing called Deep Research, or just Research now. Claude Research will help us build a lot more of the scaffolding and thought behind the application than if we were to just start directly in Lovable. When you're actually trying to build something that is usable for yourself or multiple people, starting with a research step will help you think of the other sides of the application that you might not have thought of in your first sentence, or you might not have in mind when you begin the project. So by starting in a chat window, you can flesh out the idea a little bit more without actually consuming credits in Lovable or Claude Code. And since there's no coding work here, I'm just going to use the regular Sonnet model. It has higher limits, and it's not quite as fast, but it should be fine for what it is we want to do. So I'm just going to articulate to my chat exactly what it is I want to do. I want to build an application using Lovable for the front end, GitHub to keep everything in sync, and Claude Code to do the heavy business logic. This application is going to do the following. It's going to look at all the frontier models like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Chinese models too, the open source ones, to find when there's a new model being released. And I want to be able to track the sentiment on Reddit and maybe even get the download link if it's an open source model. Ideally, this is a single place that can track the releases of all these different types of models, and I'm able to just look at one place and maybe even subscribe with a newsletter to be notified when one of the top 10 models around the world has a new release. Ask me questions to help inform the deep research, and I want you to find all of the links and references that would be useful for Claude Code. At the end of this deep research, I want you to produce 3 prompts for Lovable that set up the UI and the UX, and 3 prompts for Claude Code to actually integrate the business logic. Any detailed information like URLs or names or company logos, things like that, you can find in your deep research step. Now ask me any questions you have so that you can best help me set all this up. And let's give it a shot. Generally, I'd like to focus on the top 10 companies and maybe their top 3 models. So OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, DeepSeek, Llama, Qwen, Mistral, etc. All of those different companies and the top 3 models that they have. Ideally, the data is able to be as fresh as 24 hours. So whenever there's a new announcement, we find it and can integrate it into the platform. Let's use Resend as a newsletter sending service. It's really easy to set up. Why 3 prompts? When you have too long of a prompt, Lovable considers most of that noise, and it only listens to a subset of the full prompt. By breaking it up a little bit, you give Lovable some breathing room, and you can focus in 3 phases of what it is you want to do, and I've found that pattern to just work best. All right, Claude has finished its research report. Now let's dig in. It looks to be pretty thorough here. We have all these major model providers, Quen, XAI, go here, Moonshot. Let's see if it has what I really care about, the lovable prompts. Awesome. We have prompt 1, dashboard and layout. Prompt 2, model detail page and Reddit sentiment panel. And prompt number 3, newsletter, subscribe flow, and settings. And we got the Claude Code prompts, fantastic. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download this as Markdown, the entire file. So I have the model release tracker MD file, which includes everything. And I'm gonna grab my first prompt, boop. Just gonna click that copy button, head over to Lovable, I'm gonna paste it. And I'm gonna leave it on plan, and I'm gonna click go. Now, as it's thinking about it, I'm just gonna come down to my Lovable prompt number 2. Just gonna copy that. And I'm gonna queue up the next one so I can add a message to the queue. I'm gonna do that. All right, we got design, we got routes, we got data, components. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. After I approve that plan, I can add this next prompt to the queue. And you'll see that I have 2 prompts in the queue right now. These are the 2 that came from this whole document here, this research document that Claude Chat gave me. So I can't do anything else right now in Claude. I need to wait for Lovable to run and iterate through all 3 of these prompts. So built the dashboard, fantastic. I'll hit refresh here and hopefully something shows up. You can see this history has a single push. And if I open the preview in a new tab, boom, here it is. Pretty cool. This is all fake data right now, but it looks really nice. I can hover over any model from any provider. Which ones are open source? What about the last 24 hours? All right. And if I click on Fable 5, I am then shown a community sentiment. And then I can go directly to Anthropic's newsroom announcing whatever it is. That's awesome. So now that I have one piece of code here, it's gonna continue. Here I am approving a second plan. Looks good to me. Approve. So we're just waiting on this 3rd generation now, and I just want to scroll up and look at how many credits it actually used for this first prompt. 3.9. That is a lot fewer credits than I would expect to generate all of this here. Certainly if I were to put the prompt that I put into Claude originally directly into Lovable, it probably wouldn't get as far, and it would be a lot more costly in terms of credits. Now, after the second prompt here, 5.8. In under 15 credits here, we have a really solid scaffolding of the UI UX for this Model Pulse product. Want to go deeper on building with Claude? The XRAY blog has hundreds of free tutorials on AI and automation. It's all the same stuff we use with clients every day. And if you'd rather not figure it out alone, book a session with XRAY hourly. We'll pair you with a vetted expert who builds right alongside you on Zoom, walking you through your actual workflows while you learn how it all fits together. You leave with something that works, not just notes. Head to xray.tech/hourly to set up your first session. We're ready for the next step, connecting this to GitHub. So now that we're no longer generating anything, we can go into the settings. In the settings, you're going to click on Git. And Git has GitHub or GitLab. They are functionally the same. You can think of it as track changes for code. Every single line that changes inside of your application, GitHub and GitLab track and make sure that you actually want to merge into the product, the full sort of version of the application. So we're going to use GitHub. I'm just going to click on my personal account to connect it to GitHub. We're just going to wait a second, and it'll be creating that repo in GitHub. Awesome. If you haven't connected Claude to GitHub yet, you can by going into Customize and then Connectors. In Connectors, you can select your GitHub integration. That's where you can actually click on Connect, and then you'll sign into GitHub, and it'll just connect to your Claude account. In Claude Code, you're going to select your preferred development environment. In my case, I always pick Claudius. That's my trusted coding assistant. And then I'm going to pick my repo. In my case, I'm going to be looking for the personal version, Tom Nassr, / model pulse -dashboard, the name of the repo from Lovable. Select that as your repo. The branch is just going to be main. And then paste that prompt that was given to us from that long research document. Hit enter, sit back, and relax. Time to let Claude smoke some tokens. So now Claude is downloading the code from GitHub that Lovable just pushed to GitHub. It created a new branch, and it is taking all the instructions that I just gave it to make updates to that code. After it makes updates to this code in a separate branch, what we're going to do is request a pull request or a merge, where we're going to take that new branch and we're going to merge it on in to the main branch. Sometimes there's conflicts, sometimes there's things that we need to reconcile, but usually Claude does a pretty good job of doing all of this on its own. And 1,000 lines of code later, we're done. So now we need to actually create a pull request to move all of this code from Claude into GitHub and eventually be able to see it and use it inside of Lovable for deployment. So I'm just going to say, create a detailed pull request into main. That's all you need to do. You could just click create PR, but really when you're doing a lot of these, it's helpful to have the detail added here by Claude in case you tried to fix an issue more than once. You can say, hey, go back and look at all of the times you tried to fix this issue, and it'll pull from the detail of all of those pull requests and then find the different ways that it tried to fix an issue. And then usually after you do that 2 or 3 times, it will fix the issue permanently. So for now, I'm just going to say, create a detailed pull request into main. We're just going to wait a few seconds here and then open it up in GitHub to be able to merge the pull request. And there it is. I like to check this auto fix CI and address comments. In this case, we don't actually have any continuous integration or tests that run for every pull request, but that's okay. It's a good habit to get in. I like to click on this little number 1 to view it on GitHub. So it adds Model Pulse 24-hour data ingestion pipeline. Great. What's included? Some Supabase information, some orchestration, cron endpoint, environment variables. All looks good. And you see that all checks have passed, but there really hasn't been any checks for it to actually run. So we can just click on merge pull request and confirm merge. This means all of the code that Claude wrote does not conflict with any other branch or any code that Lovable wrote. This is additive, in other words. Then back in Lovable, on our Git page, you can see that there are now 2 branches. You see that Claude branch here. Again, we're going to stay on main. We can go back and we see in the chat 2 new messages appeared. One that says what that initial commit was, and one that is the pull request from that new branch into main. Now, we don't know if it's working yet. We're looking at a preview, and sometimes the preview takes several minutes to actually deploy. So instead, I'm going to go to this little clock, and I'm going to select the latest message here in the history and open the preview in a new tab. This will ensure that I'm looking at the latest version of the code. And you can see that it's not even ready yet. It hasn't been built. It hasn't been compiled. So the preview that we're looking at in Lovable is just the last compiled preview, which could be, in this case, almost an hour ago from add toaster and confetti in settings. So we're just going to wait a second, click refresh a couple of times, or come back and actually open the preview in a new tab. And we could just refresh it, and it should be built and compiled in just a few minutes. So this is the live preview of the merged code from Claude Code. We made some edits in Claude Code, we pushed it to GitHub, we merged those edits into the main branch, and now Lovable is rendering the main branch code with all the updates that we made in Claude Code. This is the pattern that you can repeat as much as you want. Now we can make edits directly in Lovable and then pull those edits from Claude Code and make additional updates, all while GitHub sits in the middle and makes sure there's no merge conflicts. With this setup, you never have to write code from scratch. You never have to wire a database by hand, and you never even need a laptop. You just orchestrate 3 tools, each doing the one thing it does best. Lovable for the front end, Claude Code for the more advanced features, and GitHub to keep everything in sync. And you can even do it all from your phone. If this video helped you out, like and subscribe to the channel for more AI and automation updates every single week. You can also find me and my company XRAY by searching for XRAY Automation on nearly every social media platform. For now, I've got to go. So until next time, find your focus and stay in flow.